Well, today is my 8th wedding anniversary. 8 years ago today, right now, I was over in the Philippines getting married. And now here we are 8 years later. Both of us, we're here in the United States. My wife just got her citizenship this last year. We built a house over in the Philippines. We just picked our vacation slots for next year. Here at the post office where I work, took a few weeks off next November. Go over for my wife's mom and one of our nieces. Try to hold this where you can see my face. Have birthdays in November, and so we figured we could go over there, celebrate some birthdays, check out the house and everything, and our one other piece of property, and actually see it in person for a change. Haven't been over there for a long time. My wife, she got here on the 12th of December, 6 years ago. So that's the last time she was in the Philippines was 8 years ago. And 6 years ago, sorry. And for me, probably about 6.5 years ago, I went over there in that spring before she came over here. But it's been interesting. I can't complain about the way things have gone. It's, wish we would have had more chance to go back over to the Philippines. Some of the stuff with the pandemic and everything kind of messed up some of the ideas we had about going back over there for a trip. And, and then with my wife working, just time flies really fast. And I've been thinking, though, about a lot of things. I've been thinking about making a couple of rebuttal videos to different things I've seen on YouTube and stuff. Like the one British guy who's always telling you to beware of, all the crap you're going to get involved with family over there, and with do you really know you're Filipina? And the same old stuff that everybody over there has to sit around and make videos about, But for me, I don't know, I've had, I guess, a different experience than a lot of guys, because for me, everything has been really good. Everybody has, little issues and things, becoming, one with someone else and building a life with somebody else, and things that you do that are different from the other person. But, a lot of these guys you hear talking about Filipinas, like they're just, like volcanoes and always ready with the tampo, and how hard they are to get along with, how they're going to exclude you from conversations. And I saw some guy on this Facebook group called Married to a Filipina the other day, talking about all his issues. He's been married for like 11 years, and his wife, complains that he never does anything, just wants to sit in front of his computer and all of that. And then when he wants to go out and do something, well, okay, let's go do something. Then she doesn't want to go out in the sun because she'll get dark or whatever. And, everybody's different. But in my case, I have found my wife to just be, everything I could have hoped that she would be. From the moment we met, I knew there was something a little different and special about her. And over the years, I've just seen that that's even more true. Everybody who meets her just talks about how cute she is, and she has such a good work ethic. The people at work all love her. She was walking home from work the other day, or yesterday, and I was talking to her on the phone, and we just live, a couple blocks away from where she works, and stopped to talk to some lady there by some hotel, and just, listening to her side of the conversation with this lady, and the way she acts with other people, and as far as I'm concerned, every day she just gets like sweeter and cuter and everything to me, and she's everything that I could have hoped for. A lot of these guys, I don't know, I feel sorry for them if they really have the problems that they say they do. When you watch their YouTube videos or you listen to them whining on Facebook groups, I know that there are people over there who will drive you crazy and really take advantage of you, and bad situations you can get into. I'm not going to live in the past, things that I've been through. Believe me, there's a lot of wisdom I could share about dealing with things in the Philippines that I don't share on my channel just because it's the past, and I'm not interested in dredging it back up just to try and get views on YouTube and things like that. The past is the past, and a lot of these guys, they should learn to let that go. They take their past with them into their relationships. I guess I'll talk about some of the stuff I really was thinking about making a reply video kind of to that one video that the British expat in the Philippines. It wasn't so much what he said, but some of the comments on his one video were just, like this one guy was talking about how you should never have a girlfriend or anything over in the Philippines. You should stay single and just use the women, basically. Of course, from his perspective, it's like they use you. A lot of these guys don't seem to realize that it's all these foreigners going over there and using these women and then leaving, who are the ones that taught those women how to be like that. And, we went over there, Westerners, and even people, the Chinese, lots of Japanese, a lot of other people, and conquered some of these countries or occupied them. And even the liberators, like America, if you want to call it that, going over there, the things that, like these young servicemen going over there and just using the women, for sex and then leaving. Some of them, of course, fall in love and bring them home and make a family with them. But you've got a lot of people that they just look at them as, playthings. And then the women over there, they kind of they see, well, hey, this is something I can do to make money. I can use these guys. They're going to come over here and use me. They're not really serious, so why should I feel bad about using them and getting what I need? And it's a vicious cycle. There's blame to go around on both sides for a lot of that. But a lot of men that move over there, they just think all the women are the same, and they're all just there to use you and try and get what they can out of you. This British expat in the Philippines, he had one video the other day about how he basically compared Filipinas to little kids wanting to go to the carnival, and you're the carnival, and you can give them things they've never had the opportunity to do before. And a lot of people have that attitude, and where you don't want to spoil them or get them used to things. Some of these old guys that go over there in their 60s, 70s, find some young woman, and they don't want to ever take them anywhere or let them experience anything. They want to keep them like they are, and they apparently think that these young women should feel thrilled, like this person is like making their life wonderful. And if all you're going to do is go over there and just let them take care of some old man and not give them anything or give them any reason to expect any kind of benefit for themselves out of it other than your wonderful presence, I just don't see that that's very, very intelligent, certainly not a very nice attitude to have. And yet a lot of guys can get away with that because there are women who will put up with that just because, at least right now, they've got some security. But these guys who go over there and think, well, hey, I've got my Social Security and or some pension, and I'm God's gift to the women of the Philippines. You need to think about what you're getting from the women, If you're some older guy, and it's like in my case, my wife is like almost 30 years younger than me. Look at my situation, I'm the one who should be happy, Sure, she's gotten to do a lot of things, and she's here in America, and we've got a lot of other plans and things we're going to do, and she's been able to get out and see the wider world, and which, if she had gotten married to some young Filipino guy, that probably would not have happened. But look at what I have. I'm the one who has a beautiful wife from the Philippines, who's half my age, brings all this light and life and energy into my world that, whereas I'm not just sitting around like some grumpy old guy on my own, just pursuing my own little interest and whatever. And that's a nice thing to have in your life. A lot of these guys, they just don't seem to appreciate what these women bring into their life that they would not have otherwise. And it's true that some of these guys, they go over there and they figure, well, I can just find another one next week if this one doesn't work out. But they're missing out on some really good experiences and have a really good relationship, assuming you find the right woman, of course, to start with. And I'm lucky that I did. But, yep, it's been 8 years. And I just wish that everybody else who wants to go over there and find somebody can manage to have the same kind of luck that I did. Actually, when I met my wife originally, I was kind of in a situation where I had made up my mind. I wasn't going to really get involved with anybody else from the Philippines, And I had a 3-week trip planned over there, and I had started talking to her online, and in the meantime, and I just thought, well, I'm going over there to do some other stuff, go scuba diving and shit. And next thing you know, I'm in Mindanao hanging out with her family, and never looked back, So even if you've had bad experiences before, everybody over there is not the same. And you just need to, if it's something you're really interested in. For me personally, I wasn't looking for someone in the Philippines when I first got involved with my little Philippine adventure. It just, something that kind of like happened out of the blue. But once I realized that I really did love the Philippines, and I love the people and the place and how much at home I felt over there, it was nice to, to be involved with somebody from there and to make a family and a future over there. But it wasn't, I wasn't one of those guys who was already retired or something and thinking, okay, where can I go to make my money last longer, and make my retirement money go farther and live as cheap as I can, and maybe find some beautiful young woman while I'm there. For me, it just kind of was something that happened out of the blue. I didn't really have that kind of a plan in my life, that when I first got hooked up on the Philippines, it was the farthest thing from my mind. I had all kinds of other things going on. And, but it happened, and I'm glad it did. I guess it happened for a reason. I'm not one of those people who thinks that, tries to look for God in everything, but I do believe, over the course of my life at least, I've come to believe that things do happen for a reason. And I think that everything that happened in my life was guiding me to a certain point. And I don't know where my life is going from here. I hope I still have a long life left ahead and a lot of things left to do. And I'm happy that I have somebody to do that with that really feels like she's a part of me. She's the one person in this world that I care about and I think about, and I just don't want to be without, And I think about our plans for the future and where we're going. And I think for a lot of guys that go over there to the Philippines, they never really develop that level of attachment with someone. For them, it's all about themselves. They're thinking about, how can I make my little bit of monthly income last as long as possible? And how can I keep some woman from taking it from me? That's their attitude. And that attitude guides everything they do. And I understand, for sure, you got to be careful and not let people take everything you have if you don't have very much and you're retired and you're living out your last few years of life, how many ever that's going to be, and you're just wanting to be comfortable and hang out in a nice tropical paradise without having to worry about anything. So this is kind of a long rambling video, but I just wanted to share my thoughts about that stuff on this momentous day. And I don't know, I'm hoping, eventually when I retire from the post office, get over there and actually be able to live there full time, because I really do love it. the times I've been there 8 times, and I just feel more at home there, really, almost, than I do back here. It's been a while now, like I say, 6.5 years. I've gotten used to the American life again and just being here. But I know as soon as I get back over there, it's going to be the same thing. Just there's just something about being there, and I love the place. I love the people. I love, the things out where we're going to be living, kind of in the provinces, as they say, or in the cities. Cebu, Manila, the malls, everything. There's just something about the place I really like, and hoping to get over there and be able to share all that, because we do have a family there, and that's where I consider my real family these days. And my family here in America, I really don't see them that much anyways. Talk to them a little bit, but my life is in the Philippines now, and I'm still here working. Have to do that till I retire. And in the meantime, though, when we get back over there, we'll have things all squared away. We got our house built. Still need to finish some stuff on that, but we should be set up for success, And I'll certainly enjoy having a channel about the Philippines where I'm actually back over there and making videos in the Philippines. Hopefully next year in November, I can get some more local content. I try not to get on here every day and make videos, even though my channel is called Kano Daily, just because I sometimes feel I don't have that much to add compared to what people who are actually living there have to say, or have to show people. I can't really show you stuff about taking day trips in the Philippines when I'm here working in Orlando, But anyways, I've rambled on long enough. Maybe I'll post this video, maybe I won't. And that's my thoughts for today. Happy anniversary, dear.